My name's Mandy with the O-Scale Hauler, and today we are presenting you the long-awaited assembly video. In this next few minutes, we are going to show you how to go from the shipped club set all the way through to the fully assembled club set you see here. So don't go away. All right, so here we go. When you receive your club set or any of the boxes that you order, they will be entirely encased in shrink wrap. Your instructions and paperwork will most likely be in the top box, the smaller box, which in this case is the locomotive box. So once you open all your shrink wrap, we're going to move this one over here with our instructions, and we're going to start from the top down. Okay, so here we have our locomotive box, or hauler, as you choose to call it. Like I said, your paperwork will be all in the top box, most likely, but we have instructions, written instructions with diagrams, photos, the whole 9 yards, where to get extra tips from this video. But this is why I'm here, so we don't need these. All right, here we go. We are going to tear into this engine box and put it together piece by piece, as you're going to find it. First off, I'm just going to show you the lid in its unassembled form. You don't have to worry about that because for shipping purposes, we have already pre-assembled that for you. As you can see, it becomes the base of your shipping.
I use that to ship everything in because it's the biggest piece.
It's the biggest piece. There you go. Second, okay, the next thing before you start anything else, before you start laying your pieces out, you want to have a solid, flat, clean surface. Remember, the outsides of these boxes are white, so probably the garage floor, not such a good idea, but you can use a table if you have one, or you can sit on the floor. I would just make sure, you know, to kind of sweep beforehand, just because they're white. All right, here we go with the base of the engine box. First thing you want to do with any cardboard, because you know how stiff it is bend it. Start getting it pliable for you to work with. Go brown side first, so you're going to go inside to make those creases. And then, if you have a flat edge, use it to make that crease when you bend it outside. Just an easier little tip there. So we're going to bend those. I'll flip it around. I am going to use my straight edge as much as I can. Make life easy. Next thing we're going to do is do all of them brown side in, then back towards the white. Just the same as we've been doing. No rocket science here, right? You guys do a lot more complex things with this hobby every day. Punch out all your little holes as you're going, as you wish. Next thing we're going to do are these ends. The ends have 2 perforated lines, as you'll notice. The easiest way, quick little tip here, is to bend the first one closest to you. Bend it up inside, but just leave this kind of end loose so you can make sure it folds over, and you can manipulate it with your fingers, press it, make sure, because you want that flat edge right there. Once we get that flat edge, we're going to turn it around and do the same thing over again, right? Perforated lines towards you, pop out the handle, flip up, let it free, manipulate it, push it, make the outside one or inside one bend so that you get that nice flat edge again. Then we're going to start putting this together. Pop these sides up. All right, you're going to put your sides together. Got your handle there. Throw that out. Pop your handle out of there. Where you got your straight edge, you're just gonna fold it over, and on these sides, where the tabs are, you're gonna squish those tabs in nice and tight, okay? So, looks like this. Now, we have a real quick tip from our CEO and engineer.
This is how I put them together. Just because mine get abused, they get tossed around.
Boy, do they.
So I'll put that there and use a little hot glue. Just a little bit.
Right there. Then fold the sides in.
Push them in tight. Hold that down for a second. This you do not have to do, like I said, and they'll stay by themselves, but I like to do it. Makes them a little more sturdy when they're tossed around.
Yeah, my side will be just fine.
Not if I toss it around.
Ooh. And voila, we have a finished engine box base.
Well, when you put the tray in there, that'll hold the flaps in there as well, too. So
That is true, absolutely. And we're gonna get to that next. Okay, so we're moving on to the tray. First thing in the tray,
tray divider.
well, the first thing in the tray is the dividers.
Okay. Whatever, Russ.
Yeah. Okay, so we have the tray dividers. There's 2 of them. Make sure you have 2, although I have no doubts that my husband got both of them in there. Anyway, first thing on the tray, we made sure it's all nice and pliable, the dividers. Just like we did with the base. Brown in. You got that part. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to use the glue trick on this because believe me, it makes it so much easier when you're putting them in the tray. Glue is very hot. I learned the hard way. Take it from me. We're going to do a thin bead. Make sure you get the flaps, a little L. Okay. No. And then fold it over. Make sure you got your nice flat and hold it. Put your full weight on it, you know? Give it a good stick. Okay. Then once that sticks, you can easily bend the ends back towards the middle, towards the white side, which will make it totally perfect for us to put in the tray.
Those flaps are what keep it inside the tray.
That is correct. Yes. Important to know. Okay, so the same thing with this one. We've already got it all loosened up. Loosey-goosey. Same thing. Nice little bead. L. Through my holes. Push. No, you don't have to push. You just have to hold it. Maybe, you know, rub it a little, make it happy. Happy, happy, happy. Isn't that what Phil says? Okay. Got our ends. And we're ready to move on with the rest of the tray. Okay, so here we have the entire tray. Yes, I know it looks a little bit daunting, but don't worry, it's just as easy. You bend every little piece, you pop out all your little pieces as you go along. But here's the big point with the base, or with the tray, I'm sorry, in the base, is these edges. Okay, we've been talking about these perforated edges. We need to have flat edges the whole time. Okay, these are really important because this is what holds your locomotives. So we're gonna make sure we bend it, okay? Do not be afraid when you're up and it's flat Do not be afraid to manhandle and pinch and push to make sure that you get your end result is this nice flat edge right here. Okay, this is super important. Okay, make sure everything's limber as we always have. Now, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna glue it, but I'm gonna show you what happens if we don't glue it. If you're not gonna glue it, that's totally fine. It works just as well. You might wanna have a box assembly party because you need extra hands. When you fold these up, this one's already glued even, but you go to lift this board up, see what happens? It slaps you in the chest, and that's no fun. So we're gonna go ahead and put some glue on this one, okay? Just a little light, just a little light. Don't go too close to the edge because you don't want it to spooge out when you... All right, so same concept that we did with the glue on the other pieces. Just hold it down. Give it a little love. Hold it some more. And then it folds right up in there. Into your things, okay? So here we have both sides glued for my personal ease. Now we're gonna make sure that we pop out these middle sections because this is where the tray dividers are gonna go, okay? The ones we did just a few minutes ago. So here we have both sides. We are gonna pop the tray dividers in, just like this. And the second ones. See how they fit nice and glued really helps. Really helps on these so that they don't flap around while you're trying to do it. Okay? You're gonna spread these, pull the ends over. And another thing that's really important is on these ends to make sure that both perforations are bent up and back, just like we've always done. And then you push your flap, locks in, just like that. And when we're done, this is what it looks like, okay? Both sides, easy as pie. Now, other option, if you wanna put your cars long way and you don't want the tray dividers, you just pull them out, assemble the box as such, and voila, you can place your cars that way.
Okay.
So here we are. We've got the base, the tray, the lid. Tray goes in the base. Foam goes in the tray. The foam will be in the lid when you get it, so you can just see it. We'll get to this later. Lid, of course, goes right on top. Now, the only difference between a car hauler and the locomotive box is simply the base. It's bigger, right? Because you got two trays in it. Same thing. You're going to bend it, fold it, glue it. It's all good. So, stay tuned for next video. This is Mandy for the O-Scale Hauler. Out.